So just arrived at Newton Park, come down to do a day session. It's my first time on this water, and got here, it's just me and one other person here. Decided for a swim, kind of not in the face of the wind, more to the side of the wind, and just literally chucked one of the rods out on a single white hinge stiff rig, sticky signature, glugged in a little bit of sweetening. Thought I would add that rod set up, quickly nicked a bait on it, chucked it out, and I've already got one in the net. It's only a baby, but literally was just setting the stow, and literally popped the rod on the rest, and away it went. It's only like I say, it's only a baby, and but more than welcome for a first cast on a new water. So this is the little man. Didn't really even think I had a bite at first, to be quite honest. It was a bit weird. I thought it was just a line slackening off. And just show you the other side. Bit of a few scales missing on that side. Cracking little common though. More than welcome. Trying to get the other rod back out, and maybe a little bit of spom over the top, bit of hemp, bit of corn. See if I can get another rod going in open water. See if I can nick a few more. But happy days. I haven't even filmed the intro for the first vlog yet, so I'll slip him back and crack on, get the rods out, and see if I can put together a little vlog of my session for you. So it's all kicking off down here. Just had a double take. Literally haven't even managed to film the vlog yet. So I'll just show you these couple of fish. One taken over the baited patch, and one taken on white hinge stiff again on the sticky signature. Nice little scaly one. I'll show you that one now quickly. These fish in here are so lively. The little scaly one's gorgeous. It's a really, really pretty little scaly one. And one slightly bigger. Not as scaly, but still so pretty. I wasn't expecting that baited patch to go so quickly, to be honest, just because of the commotion and that. I don't know if they're really used to it down here. So that was just purely hemp, corn, a little bit of broken boilie. So I'll just show you this one. They're like little blocks of ice. So I've got this one. This one was off the baited patch, so slightly bigger. So had over five spawns of hemp and corn. Literally, they're just so lively for this time of year. It's unreal. Literally don't stop flapping about. Just show you this other side. Oi. Just going to get them back because I want to get the rod. Well, I've got one of the rods back out. I just want to top up the bait and just keep it going in. So I'll get these two fish back in, and hopefully I'll catch up with you shortly. Hello and welcome to my first vlog. So recently I've joined the Bathampton Angling Club, which hosts a number of waters down in the Bath area. I've done a few sessions on Hunt Street, which is one of their main carp lakes, but I decided to give it a change of scenery this week and come down to Newton Park. Now, average size of the fish is quite smaller than obviously what's in Hunt Street, being the main carp lake. So I thought, you know, I'll come down, really sort of match sort of tactics, small baits, bits and pieces, and see how it goes. It's like I say, it's a change of scenery, and hopefully a bend in the rod. Well, before we even got to do this intro, I've already had 3 fish. I had one literally as soon as I put the first rod out. I was literally just setting the stow and sorting out the alarm and stuff, and the rod literally tore off in my hand, so that was a nice start. That was a little common, right, really little feisty one. And I've literally just slipped back 2 nice scaly mirrors. Now that was a double take. I literally got the first one in the net, the other rod ripped off. Tactics wise, I've gone with a hinge stiff rig, and I've also gone with a baited patch. Now Not too sure on how they react to obviously spomming and stuff with being such a small lake, but I thought, you know what, I'll give it a go, do something different. I don't think many others do that down here. So I've gone with my right hand rod, which is probably about 20-25 yards out, like I say, scattering the boilies and a hinge stiff rig, white sticky signature pop-up, glugged with sweeterlin from West Country Baits. And on my left hand rod, 9 wraps out in front of me, is sticky signature pop-up in yellow, washed out yellow, over a bed of sweet corn and hemp, and a little bit of crushed boilie and whole boilie. So just a little blanket of fish for the fish to get their heads down on, and hopefully, you know, keep them coming back to my little patch, because a few more anglers have turned up now. It was just me and someone else, but 3 or 4 others have turned up, but I'm still fishing a lot of water that's untouched really by anybody else. They all seem to be fishing to the opposite margins, where I've got one in open water and one just kind of underarm down to my right. So like I say, I've had 3 fish already. I'm pretty sure there's probably more to come. I've got the GoPro set up under the bolly and the mat just on the edge, so that all keeps dry so that I can blog for you. And yeah, hopefully I can come back to you today with some more fish and you know, a bit more about what I'm doing down here, etc. And we'll go from there. So I'm going to turn this off for now, grab a brew, because I've not even had a coffee yet, to be honest. I've literally been non-stop this morning since getting here. So yeah, I'm going to chill out for 10 minutes, hopefully, if the rods don't go off. And yeah, I'll come back to you shortly of what I'm doing and how I'm approaching this new little water. So I'll speak to you soon. So I just wanted to talk you through one of my rigs. On the left hand rod, I'm currently fishing over a little bed of sweet corn, hemp and boilie / crumb boilie. So the rig I've opted for is one that I used last year with great success, and it's so simple to tie and to use. You know, you can't really fault it, to be honest. It's a pop-up rig that I saw on one of the Corda DVDs that Dow Peck obviously used over in Belgium with great success, and I kind of, something just clicked in my head and thought, why am I not using such a rig like this when I fish so many venues? That this would be perfect for presenting over those lake beds that I fish. So yeah, here it is. So simple, minimal items needed to tie it. You got your pop-up, Corda Choddy size 6, Corda semi-stiff in the weed green. 20 pounds this stuff is, and literally you just tie obviously the bait to the hook, not just knot style, leaving a short gap between the hook and obviously the bait, just to allow a little bit of movement. In between the hook and the actual counterweight, you can have as long as you want, anything between sort of 1 inch to 2 inch, I guess, depends how high you want your pop-up off the deck. I tend to keep mine quite short. Where you put your counterweight, obviously you just strip a little bit of coating back just so it gives that little bit of movement in the water, and then obviously you tie your loop at the other end depending on how long you want your boom. Now obviously you can have that anything sort of up to, I guess, 6 inches to 10 inches depending on what you're fishing over really. Now this is quite a silty little venue. I'm happy with sort of, I guess, 7-8 inches here. That's just going to flutter down, sit nicely on top of whatever's on the lake bed, and like I say, sit above that sweet corn, hemp and boilie that I've got out there. So yeah, well worth checking out. Very minimal components and essentially a simpler version of the hinge stiff rig. Get out there and give it a go. So just wanted to talk you through what's going on with my right hand rod. So fishing out on a hinge stiff rig. Does what it says on the tin really. That's what I'm fishing. The boom's probably slightly longer than I need, to be honest, because it seems to be quite firm down where this lead's landing, but it's done me 2 fish already, so obviously it's presented well and obviously it's doing the trick, so not really going to need to change it, to be honest. I was going to just use this one anyway as like a roving rod, because I wanted to create a patch for my left hand rod, which I just showed you, i.e. fishing over the bit of bait, but I wanted to use this one as a cast about sort of rod, in case I saw obviously fish show, or you know, just fancied a change of where it was currently fishing before. So yeah, that's all it is. Sort of 8 inches of Corda semi-stiff and 20 pound ready-made Corda Choddy. The shorter ones, I'm not really a fan of the longer ones, and obviously just a mounted sticky signature pop-up. Smells divine because it's been glugged in the West Country Baits sweeterlin, and white seems to be doing the business for me at the moment on that rod. That's 2 takes on 2 whites. So yeah, nothing out of this world, just on a lead clip setup. Part of called a session pack that you get. You get your obviously your tubing and your clips and your tail rubbers, and just what 2.5 ounce lead on there as well. So yeah, nothing out of this world. Pretty simple fishing. Get out there and give it a go. So I just wanted to talk you through what I've been using today for my spod mix. Really, it's only kind of three things to it, to be honest. Hemp, corn, and a bit of boilie. Now the corn's just real basic, you know, supermarket shop bought stuff. Kilo bag I think for like 99p, so nothing special there. Chuck it in the freezer so you get it out as and when you need it. Hemp seeds bought from a local pet shop and just prepared it home by myself. So I just soak it in rainwater for anything from like 24 to 48 hours, depending on, you know, how urgently I need it. Give it sort of half an hour, 45 minutes boiling. Once it's prepared, I add, you know, chili flakes, chopped chili itself, and as it's cooling down, I just kind of pop the lid back on the bucket so it keeps all the steam inside. Add some hemp oil and let it just rehydrate on itself. So it's a really basic mix, and like you say, it'll keep fish coming back, grubbing around in your spot for absolutely ages. Now obviously there's a little bit of oil in there as well, so you get the slick indication obviously as and when fish are in your area and on your spot feeding. So that's a good little sign that you know, fish are visiting your spot, and obviously in anticipation of a take or two. Now it's worked for me today down on my left hand spot. I didn't really know if I wanted to approach it in this way, but thought, you know, new water, why not give something different a try. I don't think many people spawn or spod down here, so you know, I thought it'd be different. And with there being a lot of smaller fish in the lake, you know, I thought, well, one or two might just get on it, and it's proven me successful so far. So I'm just fishing a yellow pop-up over the top of this. Obviously a little bit bigger than the actual grains of corn. I was going to go with a plastic, but I thought, you know what, I'll just go with a pop-up and the pop-up rig I showed you earlier. So yeah, like I say, this can be prepared at home. It's so simple to do, and literally, you know, it'll take you what, best part of a day or two just to prepare it and get it all ready so that it's edible for the fish. You know, the hemp, you can add as many flavours, or, you know, make them however you want. You can make it a sweet hemp, a stinky hemp. This one I just like to add the chili because I just like that kick that it gives it. So I used it last year on my syndicate water, and it was very successful. So I've kind of stuck to that really, and obviously with me being able to prepare it myself, you know, I can add as much, you know, as much spice or as much chili flakes and oil, etc. as I want. So yeah, go and grab yourself a bag, prepare your own hemp, and give yourself that little edge. So I've just freshened things up. I've moved the right hand rod to a marginal sort of snag. So the right rod's now the left rod and vice versa. Just a handful of sort of crumbed up broken boilie over the top of that one, and topped up the spoms on the what was the left hander, now the right hander, just to add some fresh bait into the mix. I've had a couple of liners since, so that one's looking promising, and obviously the left hander's in a new area, and it's, like I say, it's a marginal snag, so you never know this time of year, so I'll keep you updated. So looking at calling it a day now. Been out sort of 6-7 hours, and obviously had 4 fish. Temperature's dropping right off, and to be honest I'm a little bit damp and getting a little bit cold, so thinking about calling it a day. I've got a few things to do this evening as well, so think I'm going to just pack the stuff down under the brolly, try and keep it all as dry as possible, and leave the rods out. You never know, there might be a cheeky little chance of another fish, but yeah, we'll see. Today's been pretty good, to be honest, considering I never fished the venue before. Obviously had the first take literally within sort of minutes of chucking the rod out. Then yeah, once I got that one sorted and got the other one back out as well, had a double take, and that was all even before I started filming for this vlog, really. So that was a good start, and here we go, we're in. So just as I was going to record me ending into the video, the rod ripped off, and got a right little stunner on the mat. That was on the right hand rod, which I moved from the spotted spot, tucked it in down the margin like I'd done with my left hand one, just off like a sunken sort of roots of the tree just behind it. This one on a yellow washed out signature pop up, and again handful of the chili hemp and sweet corn, and yeah, away we go again. I'll get the fish out so you can have a quick look, but it's absolutely freezing now, to be honest, so not going to hang around with this one. I'd just like to say, get the fish up, show you both sides. It's a real little character, to be honest, gorgeous colours on it and stuff. So let's have a quick splash of water. Right little character, full of beans as well, like the rest. Lovely dark colours on him. I think he wants a wrestling match more than a picture, to be honest with you. Calm down. Let's get all this muck off him. Come on. There we go. Look at that for a little winter stunner. Look at the colours on him. Stunning colours. Real dark back on it. It's like reddy orange on the undersides. Beautiful looking fish. Real boggly eyes on it as well. Doesn't like his picture being taken though. Flipping round, we're going to have a quick look at the other side. Very similar. I think with all these fish, they've all got a little war wound of some sort as well. They've all got like a little nick of the fins, or you know, something just to tell a little story by. Stunning little creatures. And this one's got some lush scales on this side as well. Again, if he wants to chill out. Try and get him up for you. Get a little bit of water over him again. I swear I'm going to get a slap round the face in a second. There we go, that's better. There we go. Real sort of like chunky, just round fat head to him, like I say, with big boggly eyes. Lovely little creature. And fifth fish of the day. You know, what more can you ask for? Let's slip it back, give you a quick rundown of my day, and we'll call it quits. Perfect. Right, so just before we was rudely disturbed by that cheeky little mirror, just going to keep it short and sweet really. Just want to round the day off, to be honest. So got down here, chucked that single hinge stiff out on the white pop-up, had one pretty much straight away just as I was setting the bob in. Then obviously managed to get that rod back out and my spotted area, and then yeah, sort of what, half an hour, 45 minutes maybe later, had that double take, so that was another 2 to the tally. Managed to get them both sorted out, back in, and sort of died down for maybe a couple of hours then, so wanted to just mix it up a little bit. Moved the spotted spot to the right hand rod, and then used the white pop-up rod to put in on the left hand side just off a tree in the margin. Lowered that in, literally kind of half an hour later that one tore off, another fish. And yeah, then just as I was about to film the outro then to the first blog, just had that one off the right hand rod which was originally on the spotted patch, put that down the right hand side margin as I did with the left, and yeah, that's just wrapped round and given me a nice little dark mirror. So just got the one rod out now. The other one's gone back in the holdall. I'll leave that left hander out now just until I've managed to get everything else packed down. Everything's pretty much caked in mud and, you know, whatever else, so it's going to be a bit of a dirty pack up, but never mind. 5 fish, February, cold wind, raining all day, so yeah, I'm chuffed, and like I say, it's a new water, so I'm glad to have come down and got a bend in the rod, to be honest. So definitely come down here again and search out some of those 20 pounders that's in here. I don't think there's many, but there's a few to go at, so yeah, I'm looking forward to coming down. Thanks for watching my first blog, and hope to, you know, keep them all coming, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll see you on the bank sometime soon. Cheers.